to hear that the financial institutions are, their appetite to do pilot program or to implement this preemptive financial products is there. That's a very good indication, right? And on the credit risk sharing mechanisms, I'd like to understand more on this. Can you expound on how will this be implemented? How the collaboration from different stakeholders would be?
So credit risk sharing mechanism is a way where you can, like we normally see in developing countries. There are some in India, there are some in Bangladesh, also coming up in Nepal. The way that it happens is the government rolls out programs saying that if you provide credit to these vulnerable communities, which are normally excluded from the financial sector, we are willing to share a percentage of the credit risk. For example, if they don't pay you back, then a percentage of your portfolio is backed up by it. It's like a credit guarantee. Okay, I'll give the guarantee to those communities on their behalf for you. So it's a government schemes that actually happens, and also development agencies that support such programs like IFC, also ADB, where they try to bring the SMEs forward. They also have schemes or programs in place where they provide guarantees towards the loan that has been provided. So microfinance institutions provide loan to these vulnerable communities, and that portion of their portfolio, a certain percentage of it, is backed up by these institutions. So having some sort of a credit guarantee scheme available, the microfinance institutions or the financial service providers are more comfortable to provide products to these communities. So since this preemptive financial products come with some credit risk of over indebtedness, etc. So if in case some of that is mitigated through some guarantees or schemes as such, then they would be comfortable. That's what they mentioned. Judith, you're on mute.
Sorry. So, Diksha, there are different tools to really help, right? You mentioned about public-private partnerships. Of course, the support of the government and the regulators would be there. And at the same time, financial sectors or financial services plus the fintechs would really be key players or stakeholders in this particular project, right? And to build confidence, right, for financial institutions or mitigate risk, there are a lot of tools that we can use. So, for example, anyone who has an Android mobile device, we could actually assess their credit worthiness by providing us permissions to access the information on the device, right? Anyone out there who has an Android smartphone, we can assess the credit risk. On the other hand, there's also the behavior, right, or psychometric assessment that we can provide questions to these farmers, fisher folks, or the sari-sari store vendors, because the traditional data can assess the capability of one person to pay through the proof of income and anything that proves their credit worthiness, right? But on the other hand, what if they don't have that proof of income, for example, for our farmers or fisher folks or these thin file segments? We can provide them questions to assess, how they answer the questions from this behavioral assessment. And then afterwards, we can provide the financial institutions the 3-digit score out from the questions that was actually asked in the behavioral assessment. From there, we can actually cater to anyone, anywhere, right? With all these tools to assess the credit worthiness of an individual. So those are my reactions on this disaster risk financing study. It's really very helpful for everyone, especially for our constituents living in disaster-prone areas. Thank you, Diksha.
Thank you so much for your insight, Judith. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Diksha, and thank you so much, Ms. Judith Dumapay of Lendo.